Good morning. My name is Lieutenant Todd Peters, and I'm the coordinator of the Support Services Unit for the City of Appleton Police Department. One of the important pieces of safety equipment that I want to bring to your attention that we have available to our officers is what we refer to as our Up Armor Kits. A couple years ago, we were approved some critical funding in our budget that allowed us to acquire these important pieces of equipment for our officers that are in the field. And we refer to these as our Up Armor Kits. So we acquired through the budget 52 of these Up Armor Kits that are currently housed in all of our marked police vehicles. So patrol officers have them in their squad cars, including our school resource officers that also have them in their police vehicles. So any vehicle that you see out on the street, our patrol vehicles and some of our unmarked police vehicles will have these Up Armor Kits in them. And so what you see here is a protective bag the equipment is kept in, and all these bags are set up the same way. So regardless if an officer were to move from car to car or to be driving a different car on a different shift, each one of these squad cars will have this bag in it, and they're all set up with this consistently with this important equipment. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time going through the equipment with you, and we'll go from there. So the way these bags are set up is there's a strap on it that goes around the backrest of the passenger seat of the squad car. So it's always immediately accessible to the officers. So like any other critical piece of protective equipment like latex gloves, the tourniquets that officers have, we want this equipment to be immediately available to them even while they're sitting in their squad car. So these are not in the trunks of the vehicles, they're in the front seats of their squad cars, whether it's a sedan or a sport utility vehicle. These will sit in the right front passenger seat of the vehicle and stationed there. So as you see here, each one of them is uniquely marked because accountability of all this equipment, which is not cheap, we want to make sure that we're accountable for all of the equipment. And as the coordinator of the support services, that's one of my responsibilities, is to ensure that we have the equipment where it is and it's accountable all the time. So in this bag, what we have, the way this bag opens up, it's designed this way that when these bags open up, in this bag you will see some important equipment, notably a ballistic helmet. So this ballistic helmet, which is adjustable, that allows us to put it on the different size, the different size heads of officers. So it's adjustable. So you might have a larger or smaller size head, kind of like a bicycle helmet, the way these ratchet in. And so these are ballistic helmets. Prior to this, this type of helmet was only available to members of our SWAT team. So now in addition to our SWAT team, on critical incident type calls or calls that may require an officer to don some additional piece of equipment, the ballistic helmet is now present for their use. In addition, what we have is some additional up armor, some ballistic armor that is available for the officers. So as you may already know, officers wear ballistic armor with their everyday duty wear. So whether it be soft armor underneath their uniform, or in some cases officers have an exterior carrier where they have ballistic plates in them. Now this is an additional layer that provides some additional ballistic protection for officers on certain calls that may require it. And that's what this represents here. This is an adjustable piece of body armor that you can see the officers can slip into, or with the adjustable buckles. Again, these are designed that they can fit officers of different shapes and sizes, and they're very versatile in that respect. In terms of the weight, the advancements of body armor have made these far more efficient for officers to wear, because over time this can get put a lot of stress on the shoulders and on the back. But these have come a long way, and so they're not as heavy as they were in years past. As you can see, it's got the police patch not only on the front, but also on the back, so that officers are identified as such. Also on the front here, you can see right here, we have an attachment piece for our body-worn cameras. So when the officers don this or put it on, they can take their body-worn camera off their uniform that they're mandated to have with them, and they can attach it to the front of this. We also have some magazines that have some additional ammunition for our patrol rifles. You can see here we have, again, our City of Appleton patch that's affixed here. And then a very important piece of equipment that we refer to as an IFAK, which is an individual first aid kit designated by the Red Cross. Houses some very important equipment that we have with a tourniquet, some latex gloves. We have some compression bandages. And this is designed, when we talk about an individual first aid kit, this is designed to be in the event that an officer gets injured, that they can use it on themselves or on a fellow officer as well. It should be noted that in all of our squad cars, we also have a trauma kit that has some of the very same equipment should there be a situation where officers have to render aid to a citizen or other subjects. So all of our vehicles have that trauma kit in it that is set up just like this. But this particular individual first aid kit is on the front of all of these plate carriers, as we refer to them as, and they are all consistently set up the same way. So regardless of what squad an officer gets into, each one of these kits are set up the same way so that there's not a lot of thought that goes into when they need to put it on. They can just grab it, unzip it, put their helmet on, put the plate carrier over the top, and they're all set to go. So very important piece of safety equipment for our officers. We appreciate the support in allowing us the funding to get this equipment here at the police department and for us to maintain it. So thank you very much.